When she shouted my name across the conference room, I already knew how this would end. "You're off the project until you publicly apologize to my ex-husband." Her voice cut through the room, sharp, controlled, and cruelly calculated. Everyone froze. 30 pairs of eyes darted between us. The CFO, my wife, stood at the head of the table, chin high, eyes cold. The same eyes that used to study my face in the mornings now dissected me in front of my team. I just nodded once. "Okay." A murmur spread through the room, part disbelief, part pity. She smirked, pleased with her public victory, and continued the meeting as if she hadn't just humiliated me. That was the moment I stopped being her husband. I met Clara 8 years ago when she was still a senior analyst and I was the consultant sent to fix her department. She hated me at first. Said I was arrogant, too certain of my methods. I said she was brilliant but reckless. Somewhere between late nights and caffeine, dislike turned to respect, then attraction. We built our lives together like a merger, structured, strategic, efficient. I handled the vision. She handled the execution. Together, we climbed. Together, we built this company's heartbeat. Or so I thought. It started with whispers, small things, late messages from her mentor, dinners that ran late. The way she flinched when I walked into a room mid-call. Then one night, I saw his name flash on her phone, Evan, her ex-husband. A message previewed beneath it, for words that hollowed me out, "He still doesn't know." That was 6 months before the all-hands meeting. I didn't confront her. Not then. I listened. I watched. I documented. While she thought I was unraveling, I was quietly preparing the ground she'd fall through. When you work in corporate finance long enough, you learn the system's real language, numbers, clauses, timing. Clara had built her empire on control. My revenge would strip that away from her one decision at a time. I began by resigning from her shadow, transferring projects, redirecting clients, and building quiet alliances. I had loyal people in legal, compliance, and IT, not because of friendship, but because I'd earned their trust years before she weaponized her title. I dug through archived correspondence, contracts, and discretionary budget approvals. I found it, a pattern of irregular consulting payments routed to a shell company Evan had registered 6 months before their divorce. The same company she later approved as a preferred vendor. It was enough. I didn't need to destroy her. I just needed to let the system see her clearly. So, when she humiliated me in that meeting, I didn't argue. I gave her what she wanted, submission. The illusion of power. That night, while she slept soundly beside me, her phone face down, I transferred everything she'd hidden from me, her messages with Evan, vendor records, board correspondence, into a single encrypted folder addressed to the company's general counsel. By dawn, I'd cleared my desk, formatted my laptop, and printed my resignation letter. She walked into the office the next morning radiant, self-satisfied, the kind of smile only people who think they've won can wear. "Learned your lesson?" she asked, stopping by my empty desk. Her eyes fell on the envelope propped against her monitor, my resignation letter. Her smirk faltered. "What's this?" Before I could answer, the door burst open. It was the company lawyer, face drained of color. "Ma'am, tell me you didn't." "Didn't what?" she snapped. He slammed a stack of printed emails onto her desk, her messages with Evan, the vendor approvals, the payment records, every word she thought she deleted. "Those transfers you authorized, the ones to your ex-husband's shell company," he swallowed hard. "The audit committee's already reviewing. The board's been notified. You've implicated yourself in corporate fraud." The silence that followed was almost tender. She turned to me, eyes wide, trembling. "You did this?" I looked at her, calm, almost pitying. "No, you did this. I just stopped covering for you." They escorted her out within the hour. HR was polite. Security wasn't. By noon, the board had accepted both our resignations, hers pending investigation, mine with gratitude for past contributions. I watched her leave through the glass doors. No words, no tears, just the soft echo of her heels fading into the corridor. For years, I believed we built something together. I was wrong. She built herself using me as scaffolding. But scaffolding, once removed, brings everything down. That night, I sat alone in our now empty apartment. Her side of the closet was still half full, dresses that would never be worn again. I didn't feel satisfaction, not really, just an unclenching, a release from a life that had become one long performance. I poured myself a drink and looked out over the city lights. People think revenge is loud, shouting, chaos, victory. It's not. Real revenge is quiet, surgical. It doesn't destroy what you hate. It removes what poisons you. She once told me, power is about perception. She was right. The difference is I learned how to see through it. And when you finally see clearly, you stop playing their game. You build your own.